All right, here we go. Got a lot to do today. I've already gone ahead and put liquid white on the canvas. Kind of shorten the video a little bit because I have got a lot of artwork to do today. Hopefully we'll get it all done. It's probably doubtful. I usually send this, but at the beginning of the year, each year, I set goals with the number of paintings I want to get done, and so here we are on April the 2nd. I'm about half a dozen paintings behind, so I've been goofing off or something. I don't know what. Some of you who follow me closely know I have a cat who I'm absolutely crazy about, and he's been sick, and I just haven't felt like painting. But hopefully he'll get better next couple of days, and this will be good to keep me occupied. I still think there's a little too much liquid white on here, so we're going to go ahead and wipe that off. And we're going to open up the picture-in-picture on the palette here shortly. There we go. Now, unlike most days, I do have an idea about what I want to paint today, so maybe that'll make it go a little smoother, a little quicker. I don't know. You know, art just takes as long as it takes. It's just that's the way it goes. So, all right, let's move those paper towels. Load up a new paper towel thing here. Could have done this before I started the video too, but didn't think about it. All right. What do I do with that? So, Ben, what do you have on your list today? Well, we've got a couple of landscapes and a couple of underpaintings that I want to get done. And one of them I won't record. It's I'm actually taking a portrait course from Marion Dutton. So if you haven't looked at Maz Art or Marion Dutton channel on YouTube, man, you should. You absolutely should. I've been following Marion since I started painting 5 years ago, and she's an awesome teacher. And she's teaching me to paint portraits. So go check her out. You will not be disappointed. All right, let's start off with a little bit of I don't really want something as dark as cobalt. I don't think for the sky. Let's try a little bit of cerulean blue today. So this is Winsor & Newton cerulean blue. And when I mix it with this liquid white, it'll lighten up a good bit, and that'll be good. I've moved my brushes right in my way. Let me move some of this stuff around. Since I've been doing different types of things, one day like yesterday I painted 2 landscapes, which is what I'm about to paint now. So you can see the paint still left here from yesterday. I'm going to move the cerulean blue out here a little bit farther. All right, there we go. All right, let's take a 1-inch brush. And I'm using these Kevin Hill brushes. I like those. They're good brushes. I don't want to put a tremendous amount of blue in the sky today, but I do want it to be more blue than that. Let's keep going. All right, we're going to leave a couple of places kind of open in this sky because I want to make some room for some clouds, put some motion in the sky. This painting on my sketch over here that I have is kind of a faraway scene. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know. It's not a mountain scene per se. There is a little bit of mountains in here, but not a lot. I'm gonna bring this guy down to like about right in here, I think. We'll just kind of move this around, back and forth. And I think we'll just pull this guy down about right around here. That looks good. It's about the halfway point, but I guess that pretty much is the halfway point. So, all right, that looks pretty good. Now, this is going to be a very subtle painting. I mean, as far as this is going to be very. I hope when I make it, it's going to be very soft. So, we'll see as we go, but. All right, so you know what? I think I'll just use a 2-inch brush to blend this. I don't have any water or anything like that down here, so we're not going to move any paint down there. So let's start at the bottom and kind of work our way up. We're not trying to cover up this. We're just kind of trying to take the brush strokes out and leave the rest of that kind of floating in there. We'll get a little softer with this brushing in a minute, but first let's just kind of get the brush strokes out. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, well, there we go. That looks good. All right, let's clean that brush because we won't use it anymore this time. And put that brush away. All right, let's put a few clouds in the sky. You know what? I should have got some more titanium white out this morning, so I might have to stop. Oh, you know what? I got some over there already. Let's just use that. But I should have got some more titanium white out because I just got these 2 little tubes. If you saw my video yesterday, we kind of forayed into some Zink white, and that didn't work out very well. We didn't like Zink white. So this morning we're back to titanium white. All right, where'd my sketch go? There it is. All right, so we got, let's put some clouds up in here. We want these clouds to be really soft, so we're not gonna do a whole heck of a lot. We're gonna kind of let that sky. And kind of let that sky set it off. At least in my mind's eye, that's what I'm going to do. We'll see, I reckon. But I just flipped the brush over, that's all I did. And we're just kind of insinuating some clouds in there. Now let's take a little bit of, I don't want to jump straight into black, so let's go, let's go with, I'm going to put a little bit of Payne's Gray down on the palette, just a bit. Payne's Gray is one of my favorite colors to work with, but I haven't used it in a little while. So we're gonna take just a touch of Payne's Gray and put it over here, pick up some white, put it over here. Just make a little bit of a bluey gray. That's kind of nice. Let's see how that looks here. That could be, I don't know, that looks all right. Maybe a little bit more. I don't want it to be dark, I just want to. Of course, we'll come back and blend this in a minute. All right, I'm just gonna, I'll clean this fan brush. I kind of like using this one, so instead of switching fan brushes, I'll just clean this one and dry it off. All right, now we'll just kind of blend this a little bit. Puff up these clouds. Puff, 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 puff. There we go. That's good. I'm not going to get too carried away with that because, as I said earlier, I don't want to. These clouds are really soft. All right, now I kind of plant a big cloud right here. Kind of fold down. And then I kind of brought the clouds, in my drawing anyway, kind of around. Just kind of put some paint down here. Clouds just kind of take, pretty much whatever shape they want, so, don't get too We're too wound up on that. I'm doing this with a fan brush, but most of the time I do it with a filbert. So this is a little different for me. All right, let's clean the brush and we'll blend that. All right. Just doing it, make sure it's nice and dry. And it is, so. All right. Yeah, it looks good. Let's blend a little bit of this here. All right. Let's take a little bit of, we haven't cleaned the brush as you saw. Put some of this crimson over here. A little bit of Payne's Gray over here as well. Make it a little bit of a lavender color. I don't need much of this color, but I kind of want to. Put a mountain in here. More like a hill than a mountain, I guess. I'll tell you what, let's just. All right, we're going to kind of push that mountain all the way over this far. We kind of sketch this in. You can kind of free with the brush here. There we go. We're not even picking the brush up, we're just holding it down. Just kind of patting this color in for my sketch. I want it to be a little more bumpy than that. I'll make it like that. And then, let's see. A little bit of red, a little bit of Payne's Gray, just a touch, maybe a touch more. There we go. All right. Now we're just kind of boppy-doppy-doo, just kind of touching, and pushing the edges of this up just to kind of insinuate maybe there's some trees back there. Maybe. All right, now let's thump some color in here. Not too worried about this part, but I'll tell you what, let's just kind of, I want that to kind of stay in the distance, so we'll just kind of scrub a little scrubby in here like that, just for the heck of it, just to create some distance. Okay. Now, it's kind of got the, kind of throwing the background out there that I'm looking for. I want to put, this is going to be an autumn scene. Those are too far back though for really for any, like, you know, a lot of trees to be showing up or whatever. I'm just going to add a couple of little, my sketch, I said there's a couple ways, you know, you could add more dark into this if you wanted to and kind of set the hillsides off, but I'm just going to kind of add, instead of doing that, I'm going to kind of lighten it. Excuse me. My ginger ale's got my tummy rolling. All right. Now let's put, let's start lighting this baby up. All right, let's put this aside. Let's get some cad orange. Where's a good spot? Let's put it out here. Might need more than that though. This is a 1980 is something kind of new to me. So this color anyway. I'm going to also use a little bit of this color, which is also a new color. This is a Grumbacher pretest. It's iron oxide, transparent red iron oxide. So let's see how that does. Or even maybe like where am I going to put it? I'm hoping it'll tone the orange down just a tad. Okay, so now I want to put a row of on fire maples in here. I have fire maples in my front yard, and I love that tree. So I decided to give it a little bit more. So let's take a little bit of this iron oxide. We'll just keep painting in this pile over here. Oh, it looks nice and orangey over here. That looks nice. Oh, that's pretty. All right, let's start. I want to row trees. Oh, I like that. Thank you, my wife, for buying me this color for Christmas. It's pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, we're going to stick with that. I think that's going to be our background color. Now, in front of these, there's going to be a bunch of dark. Oh, got the wrong color. That's okay. Let's throw it in there. Let's mix it up a little bit. I think I'm going to move to a smaller filbert, though. I don't want to close these trees up completely because I want them to be, I want the birds to be able to land in there, you know. All right, I still forgot to change my filbert. I want to bring those trees to about right here. So let me put a mark. Put a tree there. Okay, man, you hold the line. Don't let me go. Don't let me go past that. All right, I'm gonna switch. I am going to switch filbers and stuff. Let's clean this one. Without a doubt, probably the filbert is probably my favorite brush. It didn't start off that way, but it's certainly ended up this way. Let's throw a little bit yellow in here with that. See what that does. Maybe a little bit more. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's do it. So now we're painting kind of over the mountains here. We don't want to shut them out completely though. So but if we do, we do. You know, we know they're back there, right? So it's not that big a deal. However, I think, upon second thought, let's do this. Let's get a 1-inch brush, one that's a little bit firm. Let's use this one. And let's go right in here and kind of add a little bit of mist back in front of these things, just to. We'll probably cover a lot of that up. I'm going to go ahead and put some mist in front of these guys. Oop, wrong one. That might be all right. Let that color come out from those trees. That's kind of nice. Now that same color is not going to be over here, so I'm not going to move that orange mist over here and pick up a little bit of white. If I had put that tree in there, I could have misted around it, but all right. Fluff that up a little bit. All right, that's good. That's good. Now we're going to highlight these trees and stuff in a minute. But I think we'll probably use some yellow or something like that. Let's see, where were we? Oh yeah, we're doing trees. All right, trees. Something a little different than just those like pine tree shapes, I think. Let's make this into one tree. All right, and we'll make a bigger tree right here. Just change what kind of trees I wanted, that's all. So dude, don't run away. We're working our way towards you. All right, and we pretty much covered this mountain after I said we weren't going to cover it, but that's all right. I don't care. I know it's back there. You know it's back there. All right, let's leave it there a little bit though. We'll kind of make it like a hole right there. There we go. We can see it through. I'll just save that spot. I'm going to put a little bit of some branches and stuff in there. I'm going to pick up orange. I didn't want orange. I wanted brown. Or whatever this color is. Alright. There you go, tree. Now you fixed it. Alright. That's a good start. Alright. We'll do a little script liner work real quick. And then we'll put some, let's do script liner first. We'll do script liner first. Alright, let's use this like right out of the bottle. Let's see how that looks. If that's dark enough. No, not really. Alright, so we'll mix a little Payne's Gray with it, just for the heck of it. I don't really do want a lot of trunk stuff going on here, but it'll show up maybe through the highlight, maybe, and maybe it won't. I don't know. Depends on the tree, I reckon. Let the trees decide. All right, that looks pretty good. We'll leave it alone. Let's do a little bit of highlighting. I'm going to go back to the filbert. I think we will use, you know what? Let's get some red out here along with that yellow over there. I mean, it is a fall scene after all. So let's just kind of see what we can. Now, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Oops. I'm going to get two filberts here. I'm going to use this red one. I used red for the red. These fire maples are so pretty in the fall. They're so beautiful. There's a little of this red here and there. Not too worried about this part down here because a lot of that's going to get covered up by the next row of trees. But we're just kind of, discovering this landscape, so let's just kind of a little rambunctious right there probably, but all right, we'll clean that brush. I plan to use that a little bit later, so I'm going to put that back and let it dry. We'll pick up some of this cad yellow. And now, and hopefully between the cad yellow And the red, pick up some nice orange. I'm going to add a little titanium white to that. Add a little more titanium white to that. There we go. I'm trying not to hit the exact same spots that the red is on, even though I want to hit near it. Little texture there on that tree. If you don't like texture on your trees, then don't put it on quite so heavy. White and yellow over here on the palette. And that paint's kind of thick, so that's okay. It's still going on. All right. Not quite as easy as I'd hoped. Let's see what I'm going to do. This is just linseed oil. So I'm going to add just a touch of linseed oil. I don't like to put that on my palette because it's a son of a gun to clean off of there. But this will make it stick easier. All right, 1-inch brush. Let's get some titanium white out now. We kind of polluted that one over there, but that's not going to be enough to finish the painting. So at some point I have to get up and get some, I reckon. Also, this painting's taking long enough. It's probably going to be in part 1, part 2 episode. It's a little bit of mist. And again, we're playing up into that color. We're softening it up. And next, I want to put some kind of greenish brown trees in front of that. And then we'll start laying in some of the closer stuff. You know what, though? I think before I do that, I want to put the trees in, these little trees in first. Back to the fan brush. I'm going to go to it. Number 3, fan brush. So I don't have any brown on here, but I do have this green. So I'll pick up some of this green. I'll pick up some of this red. And of course, green and red make brown. And then I'll throw in a little bit of this iron oxide just for the heck of it. But I really want these trees to be more green, so I may have to add more green. Let's see. Let's give it a shot. All right, so now I want just a couple of trees. They're kind of fir trees, kind of looking trees. I need some green. I'm trying to make it work without paint, and that's just not going to work. Don't do that. Don't be lazy like me. can't paint without paint. All right, there's some sap green. This is also Winsor & Newton. I will probably stop buying large tubes of paint going forward, and only because see, this tree is just a little more brown than what. The only reason is because I can't use it up really. I get going on a color, and I use that color a lot, and then suddenly I don't, and then paint gets kind of hard. I won't say that their paint dries up in the tube, but it sort of does. Now we're going to put a bunch more trees in between these. I just want a couple of standout trees over here. There we go. And again, I'm leaving a little space in this tree, make some place for my birds. All right. Now then. The Kronbacher iron oxide is really some potent stuff. I mean, it's holding its own over here on this, against this sap green, no problem. You don't want to cover up all of that mist, because that's what's giving you some distance there, folks. So don't do that. But I do want that. I do want that. All right, that's good enough. Enough of that. Before I run myself out of room of things I want to put in the painting. That's me. Then I'll be like, oh, I should paint it again and paint it a little bit closer. I guess the good thing is it doesn't never run out of paint. I mean, never run out of ideas for painting. So I don't know how many paintings I've painted now. Somebody asked me the other day, and I just really don't know. Somewhere up in the 500 range over the last 5 years. All right, something up there. I don't know how much. All right, let's put that away. So let's do a little bit of misting. And you can see, like, almost automatically, as soon as you start putting mist in here, things start to get softer and further away. I think for this tree, this one tree, this kind of brownish looking kind of tree, I'm just going to bring him out into this mist, up a little bit forward, and create another layer right there real quick. And this guy too. All right, that's good. So now, why did I do that? Well, because now, take my wedge brush, and I'm just going to add a little bit more mist right here to the front of these trees. And now you have another whole layer back there of these trees and stuff. Let's kind of merge this in. So we're gonna come over here and do something with this side now. We're doing really well on that side, I think, so far. Just leave that over there. Use my mist brush. All right. Now I got some things that's going to go in here. There's going to be a house that's going to go in here, and there's some trees over here. So we're going to deal with. Let's deal with the trees first, I guess. Since we've been working on trees, it should be a relatively straightforward kind of a thing, shouldn't it? Maybe. All right. What kind of trees I want here? I got a. I don't have to do this with a fan brush. You could do it with a 1-inch brush, or do it whatever the heck color, kind of brush you want, right? All right. I think I got a couple of those, don't I? Did I say in the sketch? That one's kind of sitting back in the background. There's another one over here that's closer, but there's another smaller one. I'm just kind of putting that line there to give me an idea of where I should paint. All right, I'm gonna leave it there because I got to put the house in there somewhere, along with some more trees and things. And then there's going to be, I'm going to mix that iron oxide again with green and with red. More green, I think. That looks pretty good. And then over here we're going to have like some darker tree stuff going on back over here. Just woodland bushes and things. So we're not going to get going crazy with that, because until I get the house in there, I don't really know where it's going to go. All right, let's leave that. Now, we're going to highlight these trees, though. Let's put a trunk in there first. I decided I wanted to paint something that has like lots of different stuff in it, and might have been nice if I had planned out like how I thought I was going to do it, but I don't even know if I'll see this tree when we're done, but we'll see. All right, let's work on our colors, brighter colors. Red first. This kind of, I don't need a lot of that in there because I'm gonna put some yellow, but I also want to kind of mute that tree trunk up a little bit. There we go. All right. May have to get some more cad yellow out here, but let's see what we can do with what we got. All right, so this is our kind of mixed with stuff, cad yellow. Oh, that's working pretty good. We can always throw a little bit more of that together if we need to. And I don't want to put too much of that yellow over here because I want this to kind of stay dark. Not real dark because we're going to lighten it up as we move forward, but all right. So let's go ahead and start laying the housework in a little bit. I think I'll stick with the Payne's gray. Well, you know what? All right, so the house is going to need to be, it's going to be like, it has to be along the edge of these trees, right? So some of these trees are going to have to come back out, I guess, a little bit, but Let's kind of sketch it in with this little dude. All right. Nope. Gotta be higher than that. There you go. Let's make it bigger than that. This is a paint eraser. You can use any kind of eraser. A pencil eraser will work just as well. This one's made by Wilson Bigford. I got it from one of his instructors years ago. I've used it ever since. I'm just kind of sketching the tree in here. All right, now that I kind of know where it's going to go, I think I'm going to pause this video for now, and I'll come back in a minute and make sure I got everything all charged up full so we can really see what's going on. But before we go, let's just take this Payne's Gray and let's go ahead and just sketch the house in just to make sure that we got it. I'm just doing this with a filbert. Do it with whatever you want. Okay. I want this to kind of be like that. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's pause there. We'll come back. Everybody go do your potty thing. Get you a drink. Get you some iced tea. And then we'll get down to the hard part.